Welcome back, folks, to Resident Evil 3 here on the Heavy Base channel. Last time, well, we started seeing Raccoon City go to shit. Basically, zombie outbreak, since we are in the midst of it. This is before Resident Evil 2 can begin, before you ask. So, you'll notice that we have not much ammunition, really. We have 30 handgun bullets, the knife, and guns, as well as a key to get out of the room. Now, the knife they pretty much anticipated how hard the game's gonna be, cause pretty much in this game in particular, it all depends on your easy path. Here we're playing the hard mode of the game. This pretty much gives you reassurances. We need to start relying on the knife for the first part until we get enough ammunition to survive. But as you can see here, this is really high definition, highly detailed. In comparison, the Dreamcast version of the game of Resident Evil 3 and the PC version are the best ports. PS1, not so much. Which is probably the reason why this is actually based off the Dreamcast port. Anyway, zombies. A lot more weaker than usual, but they do go down in better circumstances. And this is a grand opportunity for you to test the knife out. So, if you can get a couple of zombies with the knife, like so, they do go down. The knife is a lot stronger for Jill this time than it was in the original Resident Evil. And believe me, when I say the Resident Evil, it's a lot stronger. So, we already got rid of one batch of zombie. Now, if a zombie starts giving out blood, then basically it's dead. You also need to combine that, because we need to pretty much get used to stairs. For this point, for some reason, this actually does work. This absolutely works. Still the weirdest thing ever. Keep slashing with the knife and you pretty much get rid of the zombies. So that way. Now here's some lighter oil, which probably means we're going to have a lighter at some point. And a good weapon to have, the shotgun. Keep the shotgun. We're probably going to be using that. So this game pretty much gives you the shotgun right away. This is going to be a long one, isn't it? I can just feel it. This game's going to be a little bit more tad difficult than most people originally think. Anyway, as usual, we need to have all the herbs combined, or at least 2 of those herbs, and we can go for this door here, like so. Just remember, herbs are kind of important in this game. Since the streets are also much larger, we can now just run around the zombies. This is probably the reason why most people know this is the people's speed through. Anyway, a good tactic to do as well, since we're probably going to be coming back from here later on, is we're going to be taking the uptown map. To do that, and pretty much to save some decent ammunition, we're going to do an Obi-Wan Kenobi, and essentially have us the higher ground. Another thing to note as well, just so that we can get things a little bit more interesting. Any zombie that comes near, slash downwards. But they do have a counter. They can hurl. They can basically spew out acid. It's not particularly pleasant, and it kind of sucks, really, but if you can, just get rid of all these zombies here. There's a lot of zombies that do need to die. This is pretty much one of my favorite reasons to do so. I mean, you could just run around, avoid the zombies, but I don't think so, because those 3 zombies there, trust me, you're also probably gonna find out that the one that was being killed by 2 zombies essentially becomes a zombie himself. In fact, he should be coming down the lane. There he is. That's the one. And I believe I just basically caused a eclipse. Well, I would say basically that. Yeah. But when a zombie does in fact spew, it will cause damage. Not as much as a zombie bite, though. That's the strange thing. Zombie biting you, that's pretty much bad. Zombie throwing up on you, not super effectively damage. Now, if you're wondering, going on, the worst aptly named, you know, Dennis. So, when a zombie crawls, that basically means that they pretty much are on their last bits of health. Here we have some more green herbs. Now, if we want to, we can combine and create a big green herb. We're probably going to need that later. Always have an excuse to have a triple herb mixture. No matter what in this game. And I mean no matter what. Because it's a lot harder. And we can get rid of that. Alright, so we got rid of all the zombies that are here. Let's move away. Go to the next door here. Let's go down some alleyway. And if we go down here... Why is he familiar? Is that Brad? I believe it is. Let's put it this way in this game. You are going to need to start relying on slashing. Or rather, take advantage of the height. Take advantage of the higher ground situation. If they do prolifically bleed, then they're basically dead. You want to take advantage of this. The higher ground is always the best solution. No matter what happens. We can get a few slashes off him. See, this is probably the reason why damage down now starts to show up. Now that we have the pistol again, we can just pretty much go through here and head towards the back end like so. Really kind of important.
Get away!
If you do decide to interfere, it's generally a bad idea to pretty much waste bullets here because Brad can do this automatically. Yes, that is Brad, by the way. Chicken shit. That was handgun bullets of 30. Can we get the item before we do? Yes, we can. We can get the lighter. And then the zombie is dead.
Brad, hang in there. Why isn't someone doing something about this?
I didn't know you were still alive, Jill. The police aren't trained for this kind of situation. What could they do? Listen, he's coming for us. We're both gonna die.
What are you saying?
You'll see. He's after STARS members. There's no escape.
That's a foreboding sign if chicken shit is scared of something that is actually hunting them down. That's not usually a good sign. But anyway, combine the lighter oil that we found in that room with the shotgun with the lighter, we can actually have a fully working lighter thingy, which actually works. Now that here's the one disadvantage I have when you kill zombies in the classic series. They don't show up again. They don't. They just don't. This makes things a lot quicker and more faster if we get everything sorted out, but otherwise, it's just one of those things. It really is. Now, the Resident Evil 3 remake will probably go in an interesting direction. Depends on what happens to Brad, because in Resident Evil 2, if you don't pick up an item per se on the way to the police station, you'll take on a very stronger form of his zombieverse. Particularly bad. Anyway, this is one of the new environmental interactables. Shoot this barrel. You'll kill a good proportion of the zombies that are coming towards you. Very crucial. And we're gonna wait until we're gonna use this platform here as a means of waiting for zombies to come down towards us. Remember, downward slashes work. Zombies are a lot faster in this one. A lot of people have said that the Resident Evil 3 is the weakest of the original Resident Evils. Some say Code Veronica is the weakest one. I don't think it is. Code Veronica was a 2.5D Resident Evil that did actually take the franchise forward. It was the last traditional Resident Evil engine, classic Resident Evil game, and it pretty much showed as well. Well, that's what I think anyway. From here, you're gonna want to start killing. There we go. Remember, take as less bullets as you can. Minimalize bullet counts, and we can get rewarded with some red herbs. Very handy. Well, I say handy. Anyway. Go here. And we can get a picture of the photo A. Basically, this is where the cutscene of the police station. We are September 27th at this point. Now, from this point on, check out this. It has been round by... The rope is also soaked with oil. Use the lighter. Because of this, we can now go through this bit and we can now move on to, say, a familiar point. Right down here. And this is where the zombie dogs now come in. And just like classic Resident Evil, and I really hate this point, there, we got one down. One's dead. Alright, you, come here. See, we could go for this one, but we have to wait till he's like perfectly timed, you see. Can't go further than that one, you will actually have some damage. And basically waste ammo, or dispense the ammo. Get into a stun lock. This is cool. There we go. One zombie dog less. If you can get him in a stun lock with a knife, then you have it. There we go. So, we now arrive at the save room. We got a couple of things here to take note. Store the red herb, we have no use for it. Store the mixed herb, we have no use. Pick up the gunpowder A, and then pick up the gunpowder B. Gunpowder A makes the handgun bullets. Gunpowder B takes on the sword. Takes on shotgun shells. We literally have now a piece of shotgun shells to go with it. We're not quite done with the area though. Actually, yeah, we are done with the episode, but we're just not done. Now, I'm gonna put the knife away. We have no need for it for the moment. You do need the bullets, and you do need save. Next time on Resident Evil 3. We keep continuing where we're heading off. I have a feeling this bad guy that Brad mentioned earlier is probably not going to intercept us on our way to an important place. Hopefully it's not too important. See you guys then. Bye for now.